Welcome back to Newslink. Right on eNCA. Well, crime experts are now warning the country's police are fighting a losing battle against crime. There are 150,000 officers for a population of 62 million people. And that, of course, pales in comparison to the over 2.7 million private security officers currently registered in the country. South Africa has one of the highest violent crime rates in the world. So for more on this, I'm now joined by Chad Thomas from the IRS Forensic Investigations. He joins me this morning to take this conversation forward. And Chad, thank you so much for making time for us this morning. A very warm good morning to you. However, anyone who listened to that intro would be concerned with the imbalances they were seeing. Approximately 150,000 police officers we have in the country, accounted for 62 million people. That's the population. But when it comes to private security, it seems that number is just over 2 million. I mean, why do we see that imbalance, that ratio of police officers per person in the country?
Very good morning to you and the viewers, and thank you for having me on this morning. Just to clarify the figures, there's over 2 million registered security officers in South Africa, but only about 800,000 are actively gainfully employed in the industry. The industry has grown exponentially from the 1994-1995 period and has actually become the single biggest employer in the private sector as an industry as a whole. You must remember there's a lot of support functions to the security industry. There's a supply of vehicles, there's a supply of uniforms, there's a supply of equipment. So it's become a massive, massive industry in South Africa. When one looks at our police numbers per capita, we've dropped significantly from a high of around 200,000 down to a low of about 150,000. We haven't replaced key personnel within detective services. We've got a critical skill shortage there of about 8,000. Within the DPCI, which is the Hawks, which make up a component of the SAPs, they're only about 50% capacitated.